Hello again. We've had a cloudy day with light scattered showers across much of the region. Still quite windy with light to moderate southeasterlies easing in the afternoon. Most suburbs did hit the mid-20s, Richmond reaching 26. That's around 5 degrees cooler than the January average. Penrith and Parramatta hitting 25. That heat easing in the state's north. Daytime temperatures were still above average though, Dubbo hitting 33, while the Mudgee climbing to 28, 29 also in Wagga Wagga. Onto the maps tomorrow. There were some isolated showers in the east. There is the chance of thunderstorms in the northeast. If so, those thunderstorms could be quite strong, different in the west. Less rain is expected. South to southwesterly winds are likely elsewhere. Taking a look at our capital cities, Brisbane is in for a possible shower tomorrow, 37 degrees, a chance of a shower. Also in Canberra, 27, partly cloudy with a chance of rain in Melbourne, 23, mostly sunny in Adelaide, 28, 33 in Perth. Around our state tomorrow, there is the chance of thunderstorms in the northeast. Coffs Harbour set to reach 30, dry and sunny in the west. Broken Hill also forecast for 30. North to northwesterly winds along the coast ahead of a fresh and gusty south to southwesterly change. We are in for another windy day tomorrow. That strong wind warning remains in place for tomorrow from the Eden to the Byron Bay coast, including Sydney and the harbour. Here in Sydney, we are expecting a partly cloudy day with a chance of showers, most likely in the early morning. There is the chance of a thunderstorm too, heating up to 26 in the city. Temperatures are set to hit the mid to late 20s, 27 forecast for Parramatta and Blacktown, 29 in Richmond. And our weekend is looking quite nice, partly cloudy Saturday and Sunday, 26 and 28. Monday, a little hotter, 30. Tuesday is the pick of the week, fine and sunny, 34, before temperatures drop for the rest of the week. A little hotter in our west, Saturday, cloudy, 30, 31 on Sunday, and just a few clouds. A warm 36 on Monday, then a scorching 41 Tuesday. A drop in temperature and storms continuing, 22 for the rest of the week. So a few nice days ahead, Georgie.
Hello again from Melbourne Park. Today is Women and Girls Day at the Australian Open. There have been a number of activities taking place, including teen pop and paddle games at Top Court, and guests hit the blue carpet for the AO Inspirational Series, this year featuring Caroline Wozniacki and Sophie Delezio. There's been a definite lack of blue skies though on what's been the coolest day of the tournament. The city peaked at 20.4 at midday. Geelong wasn't too far behind, falling just short of 20. Around town, Epping, Ringwood and Tullamarine did the best, all reaching 22 degrees, and showers have barely registered in the gauges. The cooler conditions extended across most of Victoria. Hamilton and Warrnambool only made it to 17 degrees, and while rainfall totals were less than a millimetre for most of the day, around 10 to 15 is expected through East Gippsland tonight, and quite a few storms are sparking up in the east at the moment. Further afield, there's been severe thunderstorms near the Queensland and New South Wales border. They delivered 34 millimetres in less than half an hour on the Gold Coast, where more than 1,000 homes are now without power, and nearly 500,000 lightning strikes were detected near Lismore. Tomorrow, another stormy afternoon is expected, but the extreme conditions won't be as widespread as today. It's going to be a scorching Friday in Brisbane, 37 degrees with a possible shower or storm. A shower or two in Sydney, 26, 21 in Hobart. Adelaide should reach 28 and a top of 33 on the way for Perth. Back home, a few showers will linger in the east during the morning with maximums of 21 and 22 at Orbost and Mallacoota. The rest of the state will improve on today though. Most places heading for the mid-20s, up to 31 degrees at Mildura and Wodonga. Here in Melbourne, there's a chance of a millimetre for northeastern suburbs in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be dry, minimums of 12 and 13 before most spots climb up to 24 or 25. For Geelong, a low of 12, a top of 25 degrees. In the city, down to 14 degrees overnight, then a mostly cloudy day again, heading for 23. For the finals weekend, breaks of sunshine and 25 on Saturday, 27 on Sunday. Monday is a concern for fires, a top of 38 degrees, and northern suburbs are likely to nudge 40. Back to mild after that, 23 degrees on Tuesday, 22 on Wednesday, and 24 next Thursday. It is looking like the showers will stay away tonight, so the weather's been in pretty fine form this Open. Tom and Alicia?
Well, here's a free, fun activity to do with the family this long weekend. Step outside at night time and check out our planets aligning in the night sky. What a sight. And the good thing is you don't have to stay up too late either. It's the best viewing time is around 9:30. So no staying up until 3 in the morning to catch this spectacular sight. Now, around Adelaide today, well, it was a little bit cloudy to start off with, but we saw the sun this afternoon. Temperature-wise, around 24 degrees, and it's around 22 degrees at the moment. Across the suburbs, we saw just the lightest little round of showers that came through. They were so light they did not even register in the gauges, but they were there. It was 26 degrees at Elizabeth and 24 at Noarlunga. Up north, we were still in the 40s across the top, but temperatures did fall as we moved south. A few little showers, less than a millimetre at Kangaroo Island, Mount Gambier and Robe. On the charts, there it is, still hanging out there, that high pressure system bringing milder conditions for now, but warming up soon. Interstate, Sydney's got more showers and storms on the way tomorrow. Melbourne, a possible early shower and 23. Back to South Australia, and it's pretty clear skies from Coober Pedy to Clare. 31 degrees for Port Pirie and 25 at Port Lincoln. A little more cloud around from Nuruyutpa down to Mount Gambier, but still not much in the way of showers. 25 for the Mount and 29 for Maitland. On local waters, southerly 10 to 15 knots, tending southwesterly in the middle of the day. And around Adelaide, to round out the week, we're staying mild for now. We've got 29 degrees for Elizabeth, 27 for Glenelg, Elizabeth and Mount Barker. The city should see partly cloudy conditions in the high 20s with an overnight low of around 14 degrees tonight. After that, we start climbing back up again. We've got 30 degrees on Saturday, Sunday all the way up to 37, and then Monday 34 degrees. So rounding out a very hot long weekend, but of course not as hot as Venus. 480 degrees up there at the moment, so it could be worse, and a great show on offer in our night sky at the moment. Kate and Brenton.
Well, still a severe thunderstorm warning in place for us in southeast Queensland, Melissa, but it is predominantly the South Burnett really feeling the brunt of this system. I'll show you the radar. It's just moved over Cherbourg, hurtling towards Wide Bay at the moment, and it is packing a punch. Some destructive winds in this system. In fact, look at this from earlier this afternoon around 3:30, just northeast of Dalby. Locals convinced it was a tornado. The Bureau saying no evidence of a tornado, but either way, pretty scary to see that on the horizon. If you look at today's temperatures, it was a lot cooler than yesterday, 5 to 6 degrees cooler today. We'll see it heat up again tomorrow. A top of 31 today for the city, 32 for Ipswich, and around 30 degrees it was along the coast. Tomorrow, if we look at the weather map, a heat wave conditions will impact all of us again in the southeast of the state and up and down the east coast. We could see storms fire up again late tomorrow afternoon. Interstate tomorrow, showers on the way for Sydney, a possible shower for Melbourne, mostly sunny for Adelaide, sunny for Perth, and for you in Darwin, heading for a top of 33, and we could see a late storm. Back to Queensland, partly cloudy temps with low temperatures in the low 30s along the North Queensland coast, but in the west could see a late storm around the Isa, partly cloudy conditions for Longreach through to Roma, and partly cloudy again through the Capricornia coast. Possible late storms as well. Partly cloudy through the Fraser coast. Possible storms particularly around Gympie. Here in the southeast, she's going to be another warm one. The sunny coast tomorrow getting to 36 degrees. 37 the top for our Friday in Ipswich. And here on the Gold Coast, topping out around 35. We'll see a return of northwesterly winds, and they'll change southeast late in the day. That could fire up some late storms. Out on the bay, not the best day for our Friday. We'll see seas getting up to around 1.5 metres and a strong wind warning for Sunshine Coast and Gold Coast waters. For the city, a possible shower, possible late storm, top of 37. Pretty muggy overnight too, only dropping to 24. But it's all good news for our Australia Day long weekend. Partly cloudy, 31 for Saturday. Similar for Sunday and again on Monday. For Ipswich, a partly cloudy day tomorrow. Cools off for the Australia Day long weekend with temps only in the low 30s. Here on the Gold Coast, partly cloudy for our Friday, high 20s for our Australia Day long weekend with partly cloudy conditions, and pretty similar for you on the Sunshine Coast as well. Possible shower tomorrow, cloudy for Saturday, partly cloudy 29 for Saturday and Sunday. Possible more storms on the way tomorrow, unfortunately, Melissa.